Good evening. Oh, it's almost 7 o'clock and I came on a minute or so early because I wanted to make sure that everything looks right, and it does. Praise God. Oh my goodness gracious. So I'm going to give it about another 30 seconds so that we start right when we should. All right, it's 7 o'clock. I am Stampin' Dee Dee, a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, and tonight is Dying to Know. Are you dying to know? There are so many sets that have parts that we really don't know how to use, and when I started going through the sets and trying pieces and trying to figure out what was what, I thought, if I'm going to do this anyway, I might as well do a Facebook Live, and maybe somebody else is dying to know how these different bundles work too. So that was sort of the way this was born, and this is the second Dying to Know, and tonight we are doing Celebrate with Tags. The neat thing about this set is that it's good for all different occasions, and it does have a couple of Christmas sentiments on it, but it also has Happy Birthday, Let's Celebrate You, Made with Love, as well as Merry Christmas and Be Jolly. And then it has the XOXO. And so, all right, we're going to go ahead and look at this. As you can see, it's got a balloon and hearts and a mitten with a snowflake in the middle. And it's got these little lines. It's got a to and from. And the Made with Love, this is an interesting one, and we're really going to be looking at that one tonight. Let's Celebrate You, Happy Birthday, Merry Christmas, XOXO. So those are the stamps included in this set. And these are the dies included in this set. So you have your two large tag dies, and that's this one and this one. So these are your two tag dies. Let me show you. This one, cut this tag out. Now you can use this tag any number of ways. You can, there's one of a piece of the whole, you can cut it in half, which leaves you with, let me see. Yeah, let me put this down. I don't want to mess up the order I have things over here. But when you cut this one in half, then you're left with a single tag. Or you can fold this in half and do some things with it, and we're going to talk about that. But let me get this back over here. All right, so this tag is pretty simple. It's two scallop tags, and I'm actually going to use this side, so let me go ahead or you can fold it in half and do some different things with it. We've got a circle die. So you could cut a circle out of it and put something on the inside that's going to show through. You could do the same thing. I don't know, this one works for the big die. I'm not sure that it's big enough. Nope, not with this one. But you've got a heart die. So you could cut a heart out of the front and let it show through. And I'm going to show you these. I have samples of all of these. So that's this die, the big die, and it's easier for you to see it on this side, I think. So that's that one. I'm going to put that right there. and put this back in here for right now. Then you've got this one. And this one is a little bit trickier. So let me move these over. Put that one right there. So when you cut this die out, this is what you get. You get this piece right here. Now, this can fold under, and these can be folded back and glued. And when you do that, then you've created a pocket. You've created a pocket. So here's one put together. Well, it's not glued yet. So then you can take your rectangle die and you can cut, well, I've got the I've got the ribbon on that one. So you could take your rectangle die and cut a window out of the front of the tag. I'm going to move this down just a little bit. A window out of the front of the tag. Or you could cut a different shaped window out of the front of the tag. Or again, you could cut the heart shape out of the front of the tag. And these are all stitched dies. So the image that you're left with is stitched. All right. So let's look at that a little closer. So on this one right here, let me put the big die back. So on this one, what I think I want to do is I think I'm going to, this is just a piece of designer series paper out of perfectly penciled, I believe. And I just blended a little bit of color on it. So I'm going to take it and attempt, maybe I should take the ribbon off. I think that'll be easier if I just take the ribbon off. Then I'm going to take this and I'm going to put just a tad bit around the edges. And I'm going to put it here. Okay. All right, now I have it there as a background piece. And I'm going to go ahead now and glue my edges down. Now that I've got my background piece attached. So I'm going to glue that one and hold it for just a minute. And of course you could use tape runner, you could use tear and tape. I'm trying to do this quickly. All right, I'm going to glue that one down and hold it for just a minute. All right. I want them to stay. All right, now I've got my pocket. You can see my pocket in here. I've got my tag. So I just went ahead and made up, for this one, I just made up a little penguin from the Penguin Play set. Party Penguins, maybe, is that what it's called? But this is from the paper. All right, I'm gonna put him right there, and he's gonna be holding a balloon, die cut with the balloon die. And I'm gonna put this on the back, right there. And I want him to look like he's holding it. So I'm just gonna put a dot of glue right there. And I'm gonna put that right there. Now, this stamp, the Made with Love, you'll notice that there is a die that is designed to cut out the, turn it one way to get one side and one way to get the other. So when you stamp this, that cuts that one out. Turn it over, and it cuts this one out. So you can use this as one complete sentiment, or let's do this. I'm going to get this. I'm going to use my polished pink. Let me grab my ink over here. Where's my polished pink? Okay. Where's my, there it is. I didn't put it in the bucket. I'm gonna get my polished pink ink. Oh, you know why? Because I decided to use my Stampin' Right marker. And I always look for an opportunity to do that. And this is the polished pink Stampin' Right marker. So I'm going to color this one in. I just think it's so neat that we can do this with these Stampin' Right markers. And so I look for opportunities to do that. And this seemed to be the perfect opportunity. I'm going to do the two cutout pieces with the Stampin' Right marker. So it doesn't take long. You just want to go over it good. Make sure you get ink on all the corners and the edges. Okay. All right, so I'm going to take that, and I'm going to give it a huff, and I'm going to stamp it right here. Give it a minute to soak into the, all right, Made Love. Now I'm going to clean that off. Okay. And then with my black Stampin' Right, and this is the black, right? Then I'm just going to do the width, because that's what I have left is the width. Okay. And get it good. And I'm going to do it going this way. Put it right there. All right. So I have my Made and my Love and my With. And to save time, I went ahead and cut those out using this die. So I cut this one out. And then that was the top one. And then I turned it over and cut this one out. And then with my With, I just trimmed it with my trimmer and bannered the ends. So that's one way to use this. Now I'm just going to, and you could put this on here any way you wanted to. I think I'm gonna do it like this so that it all shows. So I'm gonna pop this up. Okay. I'm going to put my Made right there. I want to leave my hole for my ribbon. And then I'm going to leave my width right there so I know where I'm putting it. And the love is going to go on the balloon. And so I don't need to pop it up because the balloon is popped up. So I'm just going to put that right there. And then my width is going to go down here. And I'll pop it up too. Why not? You know, the more we can pop up, the better, right? So I'm going to stick it right in here and pop it up. All right. There we have our Made with Love. And we have a ribbon. We have our little penguin holding our balloon. And this black and white, I hope I can get it through quickly. Well, before I do that, though, I want to show you that this tag works perfect for a gift card. See, that gift card just slides right in there. And I'm not going to push it on in because I don't want it to be hard to get out. But if you do that, you don't have to close it. All you have to do is put your ribbon through the outer piece. And I want to do it this way. Put your ribbon through. Loop it through. Pull it. There you go. And now put your gift card in. There you go. So you've got a great little gift card holder and a tag. And of course on the back, you can use the, there's a large to from in here, right here. You could put that on the back. And give it as your gift. You're ready to go. All right, so let's look at another tag made with that particular. So here's one made the same way. And you have your snowflakes in here. You have your snowflake here. And then I used a smaller snowflake from a different set. And then I took my Merry Christmas. I took this stamp, stamped it in the real red, and then I just cut the two words apart. Put Merry at the top and Christmas at the bottom. So a very simple tag. Again, put your to from on the back. And I used some of the gems that set. I should have remembered it from my last video. It is the adhesive backed sequins and gems. And it just works perfectly for these snowflakes. You can see this gem right here. I put them on the snowflakes, and then I put one in the center, one of the sequins in the center. Works perfectly for that. All right, that's another one that we did with this die. This one, we used the rectangle die, this one, and cut a window out so we could put some backing there. All right. Okay. This one, I actually used the dots and spots die and did the front of it. I put my backing, I cut another piece. I just used this piece here and cut a piece of pattern paper, and before I glued it down, I glued the pattern paper to the back so that this is an open window. Let me get this up here. Let me get this tied back. Came undone. And then I used the balloon and the XOXO, this one right here. When you stamp it, it's gonna leave the color of the paper showing through. So I stamped black on white for this one. And then these are the candles. And they're a die right here. So this die cuts your candles, and it cuts 2 separate candles. Let me show you. We'll use this on another card, but here's another tag. Here's the birthday candles. So that helps to create a really cute birthday tag. And then you put your 2 from on the back. Okay, so we've got that one. All right. Now we're going to talk about some of these other pieces. So this is the smaller tag, and I'm going to kind of put this together for us. But I just took it. It's this smaller one, this piece right here. I just took it and folded it in half. But before I did that, I did it on just solid cardstock, and I took, these are hearts, a heart stamp. So I took my heart stamp, and on the inside, I just stamped some hearts. And then I used the heart, before I glued it down, I used the heart, cut the heart window out so that the stamped background would show through. So you can see the stitching, isn't that pretty? And it also leaves the cutout with stitching as well. So we're going to use that on the front. Now it's just an open die. An open tag, you could glue it down if you wanted to. But we're just going to take this heart, and we're just going to kind of position it on the front here like that. And then we'll take this one and maybe just glue it right on the edge of this one. And then we have one more that we cut out using the small heart die. Here's the small heart die. And I'm going to pop it up right down here. Okay, let's see. I think I'll go that way with it. And then on this one, I used the petal pink, and I used a darker, I don't remember what color I used for the ink, but I inked it up. I inked up our XOXO stamp and stamped it on the colored cardstock, and you can see that the XOXO comes through with the back color. And so I'm going to put that right on the edge of this tag. Let's see. Got all these little, all right, I'm gonna, let's see, where do I think I want it over here. I think I want it right there. There we go. And then I took the opportunity on this one to use 3 different ribbons. 2 of the in-color metallic ribbons, and then the white seam binding ribbon, and put them through. So there we have this tag. Could be a Valentine, could be a birthday, could be anything. All right. So this one, on this card, we're going to, on this card, this die, or this tag, we're going to use the same scalloped, only this time we cut it in half, and I ran this die. Now that's what this little die is for. It is to punch holes. Now, I don't know if you can see this, see the holes? So you put it anywhere you want it, on your die, on your tag. Run it through, and it's going to punch the holes. So I punched that in the bottom of the tag, and then I used the little mitten stamp, and it has a snowflake in the middle. So I stamped one of those and used my mitten die to cut it out. And I die cut one of my snowflakes. I stamped the, I took Peace and Joy from, I think, the Trim the Tree set. And I just bannered it. All right, you could just do this stand alone. I don't even think you need the back. So I'm just going to put my snowflake on here with a very small mini dimensional. I'm going to put it right there. And then I'll put my mitten on. And I want it to kind of overlap the snowflake. So I'm going to do it kind of right there. My Peace and Joy, I'm just going to hang it off the edge. A little bit of glue and just hang it off the edge of my tag. And then I tied the white glittered ribbon in a bow. And I'm going to use a glue dot to get that on. And I'm going to put that right over the hole. And now I have, whoops, it went through the hole. Have to be careful about that. Now, isn't that pretty? What a pretty, pretty tag. And you could add, I'll do that. Here are I'll use these, the same ones. And I'm just going to grab one of these these sequins right here, put it in the middle of the snowflake. Just to add a little bit of interest. You could also put some Wink of Stella on it. You could dress it up in lots of different ways. So, all right, we have that one. Now let's do this one. It's a birthday one. And it uses the candles. And I haven't put it together yet. So I did the to from on the back. I used the die that cuts the holes. I used this one on the bottom. And then I'm just going to position my balloon and my two candles. I'm just going to position them kind of like that. And then I took this stamp, the Let's Celebrate You, and I stamped it, and then I just cut out the celebrate and the you. Because that's really all I wanted was the celebrate you. So, let me get this one on with a dimensional. Put that right there. I'm going to use just a little bit of glue and put these two on right there. I keep thinking I have it up far enough, but I don't. And a little bit of glue there. And put that one on. And with glue dots then, with dimensionals, with the mini dimensionals, I'm going to put the Celebrate You on. So let me get the dimensionals. All right. And I'm going to overlap. Celebrate. You. There we go. Get that one to where it's even. There. Celebrate You. What a great birthday tag. Be great on a gift. And then I just added some ribbon that matched the Merry Merlot, or maybe it's Rich Razzleberry. All right. There's another one. So much versatility with this set. All right, let's see. We've used these two banner sentiments. We've used the mitten. We haven't used this one yet. And I think I just forgot to use it. And it's just some little lines, you know, just to create a little bit of interest. So I could have used it on that one. Let's see. Well, I could like do this here along the edge and do happy birthday. Let me just go on and do that. Only I think I'm going to do it in the mint macaron. Because I want it to just be subtle. So I think I'm just going to come down this edge. Yeah. There we go. Just a little bit of something different. A happy birthday. And I would put something else on here. I don't have anything cut out over here, but you get the idea of how that. So I'll add something else up here. But you see, it just adds a little bit of a background to the stamp. Let me clean this, and I'll hold it up so you can see it a little bit better. All right, let me put that back in there. Hold this up. Maybe you can see the background just a little bit better. Just created a little bit of a background. All right, so that's pretty much using all of the pieces. That's the, yeah, let me clean that and put it back in. You have to clean the width off really well because you've used the marker on it, so it really gets down in those holes. All right, so there is our stamp set, and we've used all of the stamps. Here is your die set. There's your stamp set, and we used all the stamps. Here's your die set. We used the hearts, the balloon, we used the dotted background, the candles, this tag, we used this the Peace and Joy. This one was cut out with this sentiment piece, and then we used this one with the Made with Love. The Made with Love. We used that one to cut that one out. We used the mitten. Oh, and there's these candles. I forgot to mention that. Let's see. This set of candles has stripes. It cuts it in stripes. And this die cuts holes in your candles. So you've got two different ways that you can do your candles. Stripes or little circles. So we used that. We used our circle on this one. And the snowflake, we used the rectangle on this one. And of course, then you're left with a piece that is also stitched that you can use on something else. And we used our heart to cut a window on this one, and we actually used the window itself, the cutout, on the tag. All right, and I think that's it. So what I'm going to do now is show you some other tags that I've completed. Yes, Kay, I just saw your comment. It's amazing, isn't it, how much this set can do. So I made this one. I just used the little, half of the little scallop thing. I used the mittens, and the Merry Christmas I took from a different set. It's a smaller one. And I used one of the pre-cut snowflakes behind this. And ribbon. So that's pretty, isn't it? So I've got that one. This is another one with the scalloped tag. And another one with the penguin. They look so cute on these tags. The Be Jolly. The stars are using the the Starlit punch. And then the presents are with the penguin set. So got that one. This is the gnomes, the kindest gnomes. I love these guys. So this one, I just splattered it with a water painter and used the Merry Christmas and Happy New Year from the gnome set. So this was all made with the gnome set except for the scalloped tag. And then this was made with Celebrate Sunflowers. Again, it's the tag. This one, I stamped a sunflower inside it. So it leaves you a place to write a note if you want to. All right. So that pretty much covers what you can do with the Celebrate tags. And I hope that's given you some ideas of ways that you can use Celebrate with tags. You know, some of these, we look at it and we go, oh, I don't need another tag set. Especially, I don't need another Christmas tag set, but this one is all occasions. All right, I do hope that you've benefited from this. And if you have any questions, don't hesitate to comment, and I'll get back to you and answer any questions you may have. So, thank you, Kay. Thank you. I loved working with these tags, so I hope you've enjoyed seeing them. And thank you for watching, and if you're watching the replay, please give me a thumbs up or a happy face or share it with someone else. I would love it if you would do that. Thank you so much. And this is Stampin' Dee Dee, and I will see you Thursday morning with Stampin' Thursday. Bye-bye.